Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6 is only 18 days away, and with the hype slowly building up as people seem to realise it's actually starting soon, what if I told you today there's been some breaking news not only regarding the next season, the Battle Pass, the skins even contained within it, but also how we're going to be getting there with this season, Season 5, starting and ending with the 0 point either in a live event or an event shown in the next trailer. Today, my friends, we're going to be covering it all of this brand new information, so do yourself a favour, make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing, of course. Quickly before we go any further, if you haven't clicked the big red button to subscribe already, like 70% of all eyes on screen right now, then make sure to do it. It's free. I don't know what else there is to say, we post Season 6 and leaks videos all the time. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention that if you aren't subscribed, you're ineligible of receiving a gift ever on the channel. That's right, unlike other YouTubers, I actually prove in every single video I give 5 subscribers every single day, even when I'm not posting. Just before I do prove that, however, this is all made possible, if you're wondering, by everybody using code FriendlyMachine inside the Fortnite item shop. As an Epic partner, it greatly supports the channel and it's voluntary, you don't need to enter it, but I mean, I've heard it's the coolest code out there, to be honest. And by supporting me, unlike other content creators, I like to showcase my subscribers who let me know they use my code on screen in every single video. Thank you to everybody showcased from the last video on screen today, you guys are absolute legends. And despite being showcased on screen for that, if you want to be gifted potentially in the next video shown on screen, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below, so perhaps, like I said, in the very next video, one of these 5 lucky subscribers could be you. But with that said, now let's not waste any more time, sit back, relax, grab some snacks considering this is a juicy one, and let's get into the Season 6 intel. So the first thing I figured we'd go over before diving into the juicy stuff to do with the skins that will be appearing and ultimately the overall theme of the next season in the Battle Pass is when Season 6 is going to be starting, considering there's been a controversy surrounding this on Twitter today, as people have been finding in the game's coding or API that actually Season 5 could be active until the 31st of March 2021. Here's what Data Miner Tiger Hyper had to say on this situation. I saw this going around, so I thought I'd clarify now and for the future. Yes, the season end time is extended in the calendar, but you should know that this is the case for every previous season. It's always extended just in case. Season 5 is still set to end on March 16th. And yeah, this is the end date now that's displayed on the Battle Pass on the website, so I trust these 2 reliable sources instead of this extension that Epic Games could possibly make. One of the main reasons people are led to believe they will extend it, however, is because of the fact we only have one more downtime update left remaining to occur this season, being 15.50, that's currently on the staging servers, meaning it's going to release next week. And with no live event based files being added into the game yet, it's looking unlikely we're going to be seeing one this season, as we typically see at least some developments or hints toward one happening at all, whether it's in the game's coding or in-game itself, like halfway through the season. And if Epic Games did choose to extend the season until the date mentioned here in the coding anyways, active until March 31st, this could then give them time to have another update release in this extended 2-week period, obviously pertaining to the live event. Furthermore, if we don't get many or any files surrounding that in 15.50. An argument on the other hand, however, that suggests that they're not going to be doing this extending the season is because they've worked so far ahead already and not just tested already version 16.00 being, you know, the Chapter 2 Season 6 update Season 16, but even the first one of the next season being 16.10. And obviously that would then beg the question why they're testing and already working on these updates and getting them ready even before they've actually officially announced or introduced a final 15.60 update potentially for this extension in Chapter 2 Season 5. Regardless of whatever way the season ends, whether it's a live event, whether it's a live event directly then going into the next season like we saw for Chapter 2 Season 4 with Galactus leading into Season 5, there's definitely one thing for certain, and that's that the 0 point, now it's above surface like the season started initially from Galactus bringing it out of the ground, is how the season will end. There's many and multiple hints pointing toward this that have been updated into the game in the 15.40 update, which is the version we're in now at the time of me recording this video, through NPCs and other characters saying some questionable things that we'll get onto in just a second, so make sure you stay in tune. But what's more interesting is across social media, especially considering we've seen so many collabs this season, it's literally been like multiple collab filled instead of one collab based like the Marvel season. Donald Mustard, the CCO of Epic Games, has changed his location in his bio of Twitter and obviously his banner too, to hint toward things upcoming, whether it be the February crew pack skin, whether it be G.I. Joe's integration that he also teased a long time ago too in the background, of this video, and despite his previous location until now being to do with G.I. Joe, this clan name that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, it was updated as of yesterday, the 26th of February, to the 0 point, and he also updated his banner to this image of Batman. And believe me when I say, guys, this is where things get really juicy based off what Fortnite have teased or announced for the upcoming season in terms of a theme, so make sure, yes, you're paying close attention and staying tuned. Fortnite tweeted out as of yesterday, he is Vengeance, he is the Knight, he is gonna be in a crossover comic book series with Fortnite. Read about Batman crossed over with Fortnite 0 point, including info on the DC-themed digital in-game items on the DC blog. And from clicking this link, we're not only met with this artwork, you know, resembling the comic books that we initially saw at the end of Chapter 2 Season 3, either published in-game on the Battle Pass tab by Epic Games or on their social media indicating an upcoming collab-based season for Marvel. But below that it states 6-issue miniseries debuts in print and digitally on April 20th, 2021, which is way after Season 6 releases, obviously. Print issues are going to be including bonus codes unlocking Fortnite in-game items inspired by the comic book storyline, first issue to include new Rebirth Harley Quinn outfit, which is directly its own skin, so that doesn't mean you'll get the Harley Quinn skin, and this is a selectable style if you do get one of these codes. Here is what it looks like also on screen that data miners were able to find already. You'll also get a series of bonus items available to DC Universe Infinite subscribers for free in the US, and print issues of series and bonus codes to be available simultaneously in North America, Germany, Italy, Mexico, Brazil, Spain, and Czech Republic. And just like our last collab-based season with a giant crack in the sky, this apparently, according to what I'm going to be reading out now that will blow your mind, is the exact same thing but for DC, this comic book universe. A crack splits in the sky above Gotham City, a tear in reality itself. This rift pulls the Dark Knight into a bizarre and unfamiliar world with no memory of who he is or where he came from. Batman has been drawn into Fortnite, which seems familiar considering this is exactly what Thor said in the Chapter 2 Season 4 trailer. My memories are broken, but he knows he has a purpose in this world considering he's here with all these mighty warriors. There's also even more description right here on this and the story itself that's going to be included throughout the comic book that you guys can feel free to pause and read, but I'm not going to be reading it all out on screen as it's kind of long. And this article will be linked in the video description down below, so feel free to check it out after watching this video because you guys won't want to miss what I'm about to say next. So according to data miners, we're not only going to be seeing 6 different comics which will contain a different code for different cosmetics, but if we redeem all 6 codes, we'll get the armored Batman Zero skin as a reward, which honestly seems like they're trying to enforce a lot around this DC collaboration, especially linking in conveniently with the 0 point that we know is always bad news once it's destabilized above the Earth's crust. And considering we're heading toward the end of the season, is this a hint at DC coming into Fortnite through the 0 point or from something major happening? I know many of you may be thinking, well, this couldn't be the case considering Agent John Jones has everything under control and is only bringing bounty hunters or hunters into the Fortnite universe that he thinks he needs to or are worthy. Well, with that context in mind and considering his job is almost done with only one more bounty hunter to enter the Fortnite universe that we know of based off what's been sent out to content creators teasing what's upcoming in terms of the items that correlate to them somehow. In the last trailer for the Xenomorph and also the Ripley skin, we can clearly see that not only is he wearing a ton of attire from other Fortnite characters or bounty hunters that have entered the Fortnite world through the 0 point, but more specifically on his left arm right near the rift gun, this is Batman's wrist attachment. Many people thought at first that this was Predator's considering he's wearing stuff that's already been brought into the Fortnite universe off other characters or parts of them, but if we compare them side by side like this Twitter user has here, there's no denying that this is Batman's. So with this all presented right now, I mean it kind of all adds up pointing toward a DC collaboration season like we saw with Marvel in Chapter 2 Season 4 but for Chapter 2 Season 6. And in terms of transitioning into this next season, it could work entirely like what we saw from Chapter 2 Season 3 into Season 4 being the Marvel season itself, as there was no live event in this season, but then a crack in the sky opened above directly where we now know the 0 point to be on our Chapter 2 island, and despite a spectrogram of this showing the outline or silhouette of Galactus, even before we knew he was such a major factor in the next season, obviously being the live event itself. But it seems they could be playing this similarly with the comic book concept too, but instead of having it integrated into the Battle Pass tab like they did in Chapter 2 Season 3, as we don't have one, it's literally just the Battle Pass, that may be the reason for why they're publishing all of this news about this crossover across their social media. Notice how I said could there, it's not 100% confirmed, and other reasons pointing toward it not being as big collaboration based this next season as we saw a full collaboration in Chapter 2 Season 4 is because of what I'm about to mention now in terms of people's takes on what's been presented to us right in front of our eyes about Fortnite and the direction it's headed. First of all, the official article for the Fortnite crew pack has this silhouette on it, and despite us not seeing any of these characters in silhouette form but revealed as skins in the Fortnite crew pack or bundle, as we now know we're seeing Lambra, somebody took to Twitter and said, hear me out, what if this was the Season 6 Battle Pass skins as a silhouette right here, as it not only includes something directly correlating to the storyline potentially, the girl on the phone in this trailer that people think is female Midas. And for those that don't know, yes, this is what female Midas looks like in concept form based off the person that created it, the Epic Games approach to then put in Fortnite, not just in loading screen form like they have here, but as a skin. And if or when they choose to add these skins, whether it's for the Season 6 Battle Pass or not, they could easily replace it with other silhouettes of upcoming skins, considering they work so far in advance to put in the Fortnite crew pack article. And as you can see, none of these silhouettes line up with any superheroes from the DC universe or what we would expect them to be. From going into game and interacting with all these NPCs that have now been introduced in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5, their dialogue has changed to something somewhat worrying about the future upcoming for Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5 itself, all indicating something big is going to be upcoming, whether that's a creature, live event, you name it, but more specifically with the Devourer. If you're wearing this skin and go up to Bunker Jonesy, he not only basically says I told you so that this would happen with disappearing out of the 0 point, but he thought it'd be bigger, obviously, considering yes, we're a Fortnite character size and not ginormous like the initial monster. And with everybody fearing for what's upcoming with the 0 point after the last hunter is implemented, with the last portal stringing off from it opened in the Fortnite world that we now know of, what do you guys think ultimately is going to be going on with the 0 point, and where do you think that leaves us in terms of transitioning then into Chapter 2 Season 6? I'd love to know your feedback in the comment section down below, but that's all I've got for you guys for this video today. Make sure to leave a like in the video if you enjoyed or want to keep referring back to it, as the liked playlist is very easy to re-access a video from, and subscribe to the channel if you are one of the 70% that haven't already, if you especially want to stay up to date with Season 6 intel as we closely approach. And speaking of Season 6 intel, make sure to watch either one of these videos on screen right now, as it will tell you everything that's going on or to know in the world of Fortnite, and hopefully with that said I can catch you guys in the very next video.